Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is January 13, 2022. Let's talk about Gritstone Bio. Gritstone is a healthcare biotechnology company and its stock came down pretty hard. Let's take a look at Gritstone and see if it's worth buying here. As you can see here, they're into immunotherapy and they also treat cancers and various infectious disease. So with that, let's jump in and get started. So we'll talk about company overview, competitive landscape, review a few charts, deep dive on Gritstone, and look at the financial summary, and also compare a few competitors like Gritstone, Bicycle, RCUS, VCEL, and so on and so forth, and then do a final verdict. Is it good to buy Gritstone at this point here? So with that, let's jump in. So as you can see here, Gritstone has got various things going on. They're into antigen discovery platform, and they're into oncology, as you can see here. And they have various partnerships with Cefi, Gilead, to name a few. And they're also into various types of indications here. They're working very closely. They've got a solid pipeline here. So with that, as you can see here, it's a company in the making. This can be next great biotechnology company with various indications, and they're working very hard. And as you see here, they got solid cash position here, 223 million cash as of December 31. They do need the cash because they're working on multiple indications here with solid pipeline. So with that, let's jump in and go into a little more detail. So here we are talking about their clinical assets here, various indications that are going on here, trials. As you can see here, they got multiple things going on, and they got infectious disease here. That's one of the bigger portfolio they have. As you can scan through here, they got various things going on in phase one, multiple trials going on, as you can see here. And couple of these things they are partnering, for example, Cefi here, and they're also getting some funding from NIH, as you can see here. And as you see here, multiple of these indications, the commercial rights are still with the Gritstone here. This could be a good one as you go forward, even though it's hard right now because they have to fund these with the help of NIH, but they have the commercial rights. They can mint money later. And for this HIV, they're working with Gilead. Gilead is a leader there. They can really go and take it to next level with the help of Gilead. And here we got indication cleared, as you can see here. So all these pipeline candidates are in various stages. Many of them are in the phase one, as you can see here. And then they got here Granite platform here. With the Granite, they're in multiple stages, as you can see here. They got phase two here, and some of them are in phase one, late stage phase one. And we got multiple candidates here, and trials are initiated. And these are also commercial rights are with the Gritstone. That could be a good one. And then they got this new Slate platform here. They're into neoantigens, and here they're into phase two, a step ahead, as you can see here. And here we got Gritstone with a commercial right here. That's a good one. So as you look through the pipeline here, solid pipeline. And right now, they don't have revenue because they are very low revenue because they're still working through their pipeline to bring these drugs to market. So with that, I say it's a good candidate here. Don't worry about current situation here. They're struggling a little bit because they have to work through various of these trials here and bring the drug to market. And as you can see here, they got all these things coming up in mid 2022 time frame. That's why in the shorter term you'll feel some pain holding the stock, but as the stock came down heavily, it's a good time to buy some Gritstone. It's below $10, and this could be the next great biotech stock if you hold it for a long time. So with that, let's jump in. All right, so from a stock perspective, as you see here, these guys are into developing tumor-specific cancer immunotherapies, and they fight various types of cancers. As you can see here, they're into lung, gastro, and bladder, and various types of cancers, as you can see here. and they're also into infectious disease, as you see here. So overall, company doing the right thing. Stock is clobbered. Look, stock price is just $6 here, and nice market cap. I mean, very low cap right now. Came down pretty hard, and small company, just 188 employees, as you can see here. And if you look at the stock chart here, look, stock came down big time, and we got a big drop again. And this stock can go high, when there is a short squeeze. So overall, stock is kind of struggling. If you look through here, it's kind of in this range here. Right now, it came jumping down here, but I think there is a solid support level around, as you can see here, around $7 or so. We got a solid support level. You should see a bounce from these levels pretty quickly, and this is a good one. And as you look through here, analysts are saying, hey, go buy, moderate buy this stock here. I think that's a good rating here. Moderate buy is the word here. Stock came off big time, solid pipeline. I think it's good to buy. And as you scan through here, they got a clinical trial here, and they got some positive indications. So that's a good one here. They tested and they got some positive indications with adults greater than 60-year-old. And Motley Fool is thinking it's a great stock to buy now. I mean, its tip ranks is thinking that way. And also, I think various folks are thinking this stock will make you money. Look, Motley Fool is thinking this is one of the stocks that can make you future good fortune in the future. So I think it's a good one here. They got multiple things going on. Right now, stock is struggling. I think we should have some faith in this company and buy some stock. So with that, let's jump in and go into more details. So from an analyst expectation perspective, prediction target perspective, look, stock is around $6 or so right now. There's a price target of $20 in next 12 months, and lower end is $15. I think stock will go higher. This target looks a little higher to me right now, but I think if this company comes up with a nice drug by next year, mid 2022, all these expectations can be met, and it can even go much higher. So with that, let's go into more details. So now let's look at the competitive landscape. As you see here, we got various companies, and let's go into all right, let's go into, okay, there we go. So let's go into a little more details. We got at the top, we got Dynavax here. And also, as you see here, I've sorted this by 1 year performance. Many of these stocks are done great in 1 year. And look, we got first few companies did great. They got a solid performance in 1 year. Top of the list, we got Dynavax here. Dynavax, as you see here, it's a good stock to buy. It's a $13 stock, not very expensive at all, and RSI is just 49 here, and it's got solid sales growth, as you can see here, and nice gross margin. Company not making money, net margin negative, and as you see here, price to sales ratio is very low, just 6, so it's a good one to buy and own. As you look through here, they've done great in 1 year and 5 year. It's not a one-trick pony, so you could take advantage of this drop here and low RSI and buy some Dynavax here. And one of my favorite stock is Bicycle. It's a nice long-term play here. So you could buy this great stock here and hold it for a while. As you see here, right now Bicycle's RSI is 40. That tells you it's sold off here. And it's got a nice 1 year sales growth and quarter-over-quarter sales growth. It's a good one to buy. And it's got a low debt to equity ratio. That tells you not too much debt on the balance sheet. And we got a few more here. We got ISEE here. ISEE, as you can see here, it's a little bit newer company. We don't have too much. It's not a newer company, but it does not have sales, as you see here. No sales growth. But look, nice performance here. You could buy this one also. Right now, stock is clobbered here, RSI 36. Look at this drop here. We got a nice drop in 1 day, 5 day, and 1 month. You could buy some IC here and hold it for a long time. And one of my absolute favorite is a CDMO here. It's a great one. Look at the performance and look at the sales growth. I think it's a good one to buy. If you have some money, you could buy some CDMO here. just $22 stock, as you can see here, and they've done nicely in 1 year and 5 years. So you could buy this stock here and hold it for a long time. And then we got few more as you can scan through here. Keep watching the sales growth and gross margin. And now we'll talk about GRTS, which is a stock we're going to cover a deep dive today. As you see here, this stock has got nice 1 year sales growth as well as quarter over quarter sales growth. And look, stock came tumbling down in last month or so, 45% down, and they're down from 52-week high, just 81%. That's a big drop. But 1 year they're still up here, 13% up. That's a good one here. So in a nutshell, it's a $6.56 stock here, very low price and low market cap, very small cap stock here. And look, sales is 47 million, so you could take advantage of this drop. They got solid pipeline, buy some GRTS, hold for a while. Don't listen to naysayers, and you could do well as they come out with the drugs next year. And we got a few more. We'll talk about one or two and go from there. Look, we got Sorrento here. This has been struggling off late. I know many of you are holding the bag here, but I think this also can do well as you go forward here. Nice sales growth and good gross margin here. Right now, it's we are having some pain. Given stock is down nicely here, 1 year and 5 year. This also can go higher. This also has a history of having nice short squeeze here. Look, it's got a high short ratio as you see here. And same story with a couple other stocks with a nice short ratio as you can see here. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll look at a little more detail on some of these names here and go from there. All right, so now we look at the performance. We need to look at how the stocks have been doing in the past. As you quickly scan through, what I've done is I've shown here Morningstar gradings here. As you can do a quick snapshot and see how are these stocks, from a broader Morningstar scaling or grading perspective. As you look through here, we'll first look at the stock that we'll be talking about here. So as you scan through here, we got GRTS. So if you look at GRTS, they got a D grade from a finance perspective, which is understandable. These folks are borrowing some money and bringing some drugs to market. But growth, they get a B grade, which is very good. Profitability is F. They're not focused on profitability yet. But look what's going on here. When they do bad in a year, next year they come back with a nice performance. And I think that will continue. Right now, stock has done very bad in 2022 so far. I think it can be followed up with a nice bounce here. Right now, price to sales ratio perspective, a little expensive, but biotechs are that way. It's not too high for a biotech stock here. That's why I like this one here. And I will point out a few more things here. As you look through here, look at this bicycle here. Bicycle is going nicely. Look, they got a nice A growth grade here and C grade from a financial perspective. I think this is the keeper. Look here, they've done nicely in 2021, 2020, as well as 2019. I would say, go buy some bicycle here. It's a great one to buy here. And then look here, we got VCEL here. VCEL also have done great. They have solid performance. Look here, they've done nicely. And right now they're down little bit in 2022 here. I would say, go buy some VCEL. I know it's got high price to, price to earning ratio, but price to sales ratio is manageable, not bad at all. And we got a few more as you scan through here. Fate is one of my favorite here. And it's done very well in the past. Right now in 2021, it's lagging the market. And it's also lagging the market right now in 2022 in a monthly time frame. Solid growth here, growth grade A. I would say go buy some Fate Therapeutics, just $45 stock. Not too much money at all. And one of my absolute favorite is CDMO here, Avid Bioscience. Look, nice performance. And they got good, okay grade here from a financial and growth perspective. You could buy this one also. It's also down nicely, 17% in last 1 year. And they've done great in the past, as you can see here. And we've got a few more. Look, ABUS here. It's a very small dollar amount here, very small price stock here, just $3.30. This stock also has done great in the past, as you see here. Right now it's struggling, 23% down. You could also buy this as a speculator here, given it's got C grade and a very low price stock. You could speculate and buy some ABUS also. And I love, Editas. It's a great one here. This is also good one here. They've been down big time. This one also, if it's down big time, look, 34% down. Next year they came back up nicely, and right now they're down in 2021, and they're also down in 2022. And this will be followed up with a nice bounce in Editas here. It's a great buy, just $23 stock here. And we got a few more as you see here. I love few stocks like Dynavax and ISEE. Both Dynavax and ISEE, as you can see here, great growth potential. Growth is A, that's top notch here, and they're okay from a finance perspective. Look at the performance, they've done nicely in the past, and right now they're struggling slightly, but I think these are the good ones. You could buy these also and go from there. So with that, let's jump in and look at GRTS and see what we can do here. Now let's look at the chart here. From a chart perspective, as you see here, Gritstone, they had a positive result in the trial, but stock tanked anyway. And right now stock is kind of consolidating here. On the balance volume is trying to stabilize and go higher slowly. At this time, chart is ugly. I think it's a good time to buy GRTS. Given they had a big drop already, they got some positive news and solid pipeline. And then you got Bicycle. Bicycle has been going nicely, as you can see here, running up and up and up. And now they're coming down. And now they're consolidating. Look at the on the balance volume. Even though stock dropped, on the balance volume is pretty steady. This is a keeper. You could buy some Bicycle here and hold it for a while. You'll be rewarded nicely. And then you got RCUS. This has been struggling, as you can see here, going down. But look what's going on in the on the balance volume. On the balance volume is going higher. I say RCUS is also a good one here. Stock price is just $36. You could buy some RCUS here and go from there. And you got VCEL. VCEL has been struggling, as you can see here, but on the balance volume is pretty steady. You could also buy some VCEL here, just $36 stock, and go from there. And we'll look at a few more. All right, so let's look at Fate Therapeutics. This is a good one. As you see, your stock has been struggling and came down further. On the balance volume is pretty steady here. As you can see here, this might start going higher. I think it's a good one to buy. Fate Therapeutics is a great company. Stock is at $45. You could buy some Fate at this level here. Then you got CDMO. It's one of the good stock. Look, stock has been faltering of late. On the balance volume is going higher. That tells you it's a good stock. Folks are accumulating it, taking advantage of this big drop here. And then you got Editas. It's again a great stock here. Stock is dropping. On the balance volume is steady here. So you could buy some Editas. This will give you nice surprises once in a while. Comes down, then it goes back up. When you're not watching, it's a good one to buy. And then you got ISEE. ISEE, as you can see here, it shot up nicely. Right now it's coming down here. I say, somewhere around this level here, around say $12, you could buy some ISEE here and hold it for a while. And right now, look, there is nice on the balance volume. It's keeping steady here. So you could buy some ISEE here and go from there. So with that, let's jump in here and look at Gritstone Bio and do a quick deep dive. So from a deep dive perspective, as you see here, earnings per share, or EPS as you call it, is trending in a different direction here, negative. It's very much expected in these early stage companies. They're not focused on the earnings, they're focused on the product and drugs. That's why it's coming down here and now stabilizing. On the sales perspective, it's pretty steady. It went up nicely and now it's came down slightly in an annual basis. I think it's okay. It's understandable for these early stage companies. Shares outstanding, not too bad. Clip is not too bad here. If it is too much shares outstanding, if they're diluting too much, I will be concerned, but this is okay, not too bad. Revenue, quarterly perspective, look, it is up down here, went up so much here, and then it came down a little bit. I think it's expected in the biotech companies. Suddenly they get some money to do some research, and they get some grant, and I think some of these seasonality is understandable in these early stage companies. no big deal. Good news is they're spending a lot of money on the R&D. They're consistently spending around 25, 26, 24K here, $1 million here. That's a good one. They're spending money on the R&D. I think that will make them great. And from a net income perspective, net income negative as you see here. They have some net income positive in a given quarter here, because they got nice revenue here. But overall, it's trending negative, which is okay for these early stage companies because they're focused on getting the product out of the door. So with that, let's jump in here, look at quarterly performance. As you look through quarterly performance here, look from a market cap perspective, as you see here, this stock is struggling a little bit. As you see here, it was a $402 million back in 2019. It became $734 million. Now it's $446 million. So because of this huge big drop here, stock price market cap came down. But it's keeping steady, as you can see here. Stock price was $11 back in 2019. And fast forward 2021 or 2022, this is actually 2022. Right now they're at $5.46. So I say at this point it's a good one to buy here. And look what's happening to price. Stock price came down here, down 23%. Next quarter went up, down, up. You see the pattern here. Right now they're down. This will be followed up with a nice up in the next quarter here. That's why stocks like Gritstone, when they're down, you could hold your nose and buy some Gritstone. Typically, history shows if they're down in one quarter, next quarter they'll come back up nicely. So that's why it's a good one here. And also I like the pipeline. And from a sales growth perspective, look here, solid sales growth here. They had been surprising Wall Street with the nice sales growth. That's a good one here. Wall Street likes solid positive surprises. From an earnings per share perspective, they have been surprising negatively because company not making money. There is no earnings. That's okay. It's expected. And then if you look at the cash here, they got nice cash position here. Look, they got $200 million cash. Cash has been improving. That's a good one here. I think they do have money to carry on the operations here. They have some debt, which is manageable, not too bad. And as we look through here, cash flow negative right now, which is okay for early stage companies. And margins are also negative, as you see here, which is not bad. They do have solid R&D investments. That's also good. They can carry on their position, their pipeline here. So that's why it's good to have nice R&D investments here. And from a price to sales ratio perspective, it's not too expensive, 15, which is okay for biotechnology company. So with that, let's jump in and look at technicals here. From a technical perspective, look, stock is known to spike up nicely and come down. So this stock is not new for any drops here. Nice upswing, came down pretty hard. One more nice upswing here, and now it's coming down hard. You can expect what will happen next. It'll consolidate a little bit, then start going higher. So I think it's a good one here. You could buy this company with the solid pipeline here and good historical pattern of coming down and then going up again. Now let's look at a little bit smaller chart here. So in this chart, you can see here, stock has been consolidating for a while, as you see here, in the same range for a while. So that's why it's been consolidating for a while, making some solid progress in the pipeline. And as you can see here, stock is trying to stabilize from an RSI perspective, and here also from a DMI perspective, as you see here, it's trying to stabilize here. Red line wants to stay flat or come down slightly, and blue line wants to stay flat and go up nicely. And as you scan through here from a on the balance volume perspective, it's pretty steady here. That tells you there are buyers. And check in money flow after dropping, now it's showing some signs of progress here. That's also good here. So I say it's a good time to buy some Gritstone here. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable to buy, but with this track record, it's good to buy at these levels here. So with that, let's jump in here, look at option chain. From an option chain perspective, as you see here, stock is at $6.56 right now. All-time high is $35. Nice range, as you can see here. And current stock price around, say, 6.56, around $7. Look, there is a nice open interest here. In the options market, folks are buying this call option for a 7.5, which is about a dollar higher than current price. And look, we got a $20 strike price. Folks are buying a lot of call options for $20 strike price, expecting by May 2022, stock will go to 20 or higher. And we got even 25. There is a nice contract here, 508 contracts traded here. So in the options market, folks are betting the stock will go higher. And as you see here in the put side of the house, there is a volume, but it's nowhere compared to call option volume. Call option open interest is much higher. That's why there is a good, solid, betting going on in the option market. This stock will go higher. That's always good to know. And then we look at today's option statistics here. As you see here, total call options traded 2,316, total put options traded just 530. That makes the put call ratio well below 1%. That's a very bullish situation here. And look, stock price is 656 and VWAP is 668. That tells you this stock can go higher, 6.68 or even higher in the very short term. That's always good to know. I think overall from an option market, from a technical perspective, this stock checks out here. It's at a low point, good to buy. And now let's go into compare some of these great stocks in this segment here, and all good stocks. Let's see what's doing well here and grade these stocks here and rank them. As you look through here, we got all great stocks here. We got GRTS, the stock that we'll be talking about. We got Bicycle, one of my favorite stock, RCUS, VCEL, and so on and so forth. Keep watching here. We got analysts recommendations here. Analysts are recommending buy and strong buy for most of these stocks. As you can, all of these stocks, Gritstone is at a buy rating right now, and we got strong buy for Bicycle, which is one of my favorite here, RCUS, VCEL, and so on and so forth. And now keep watching, target price. All these stocks have got nice target price. Look at GRTS stock price is 6.56. Look at the target price, nice 19.67 here. That's a good uptick here, from the current level. And all these stocks are down nicely from 52-week high here. I think you're not paying too much money here. And as you scan through here from a next year expectation, they got a nice revenue growth as well as EPS growth. Look, we got GRTS here, nice revenue uptick expected. This one is quarter-over-quarter revenue growth so far. I think so far they've done nicely. I think it's a good one here. And as you look through here from a price to sales ratio perspective, GRTS is not expensive, just $10. I mean, just 10. But compared to other names here, I would say it's much cheaper. And from a next year expectation perspective, as you can see here, this stock has got some little bit negative expectation for the next year, given they don't have any solid drugs in the market yet. They're working through the pipeline. But some of the other players like RCUS, nice positive expectation, and VCEL, great. And we got CDMO, good one here also, as you can scan through here. From a performance perspective, as you look through here, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, I think many of these stocks are done well. Gritstone, early stage stock, struggling a little bit, as you can see here. 1 year positive, 2 year negative. But look at Bicycle, done great here. And look at other stocks like RCUS, VCEL, Fate, all have done nicely. Look, CDMO is rocking here. Nice rocking rock star here, has done great. I think it's a good one to buy given it's struggling right now, but solid track record from a performance perspective. And then you got Editas and ISEE. IC has done nicely from a past performance perspective. Editas is down. I think it's a good time to buy right now. It will also bounce back nicely. Then finally, from a grading perspective, look, we got Morningstar grades, financial growth and industry growth and profitability. Look, stocks like GRTS, nice growth grading here, B. And Bicycle and RCUS, nice A grade here. Those are the keepers, the good ones here. And Fate Therapeutics, nice A grade. That's a good one too. And then we got here Editas and IC, both have nice A grade from a growth perspective. And from a finance perspective, IC gets a B grade. That's a good grade here. And profitability perspective, all these folks gets F grade here because they're not there yet. They're not focusing on the profitability right now. And look, from a industry growth rank perspective, we get Editas, CDMO gets highest rank here, rank 1. That's a good to know here. And we got GRTS gets a 3 grade here, which is not too bad. Anytime the growth, the rank is below say 5, it's okay. It's doing better than its industry peers. And we got VCEL gets a great 1 rank here from a growth perspective. Good to know. That's a good one here. And then finally, let's look at overall ranking here. From an overall ranking perspective, in this list here, we got CDMO gets a nice 95. That's the highest rank overall grade here. It's the top company here in this list here. Overall rating is nice. Overall rating higher the better. This one gets the highest rating. That's a good one here. And next we got both GRTS as well as VCEL, both are in a tie. You could those are also good companies. Overall rating takes into consideration the growth, the industry rank, profitability. It also looks at the past history, balance sheet positions, and also it looks at the valuation. So by looking at all those factors here, we are coming up with the overall growth rating. GRTS did very well here. And then next we have here RCUS gets a 70 overall rating. That's not too bad. And after that we got Fate here 57, and then we got Editas 48, and finally we got BYCY gets a 45, mainly because I think they got a little bit higher PS ratio, as you can see here. That's why overall rating came down, but it's a keeper. You could buy that one too. So with that, you get the rating here. In a nutshell, I say it's a GRTS is a good one here. Even though it's 71, it's a very good grade, just below CDMO here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more details. All right, so now we looked at the technicals, fundamentals, and company details. What should we do now? So as you see here, we got the Gritstone Bio, and stock has been trying to think through what to do here. Look, they got solid self-amplifying mRNA here. This is a great technology, and typically what this means is patients can be dosed at lower than other doses here. That's why dosing can be low, and these folks focus on both protein as well as viral genes. So because of that, today most of the vaccines focus just on spike of protein, but this one looks at even the viral genes. So because of this combination here, this can be much better to fight these variants. And that's the reason this stock has got a lot of things going on. There are a lot of variants coming. You don't want to keep on dosing up and up and up. Instead, this will look at these variants also and fight against them also. And the early stage analysis shows this can be good to fight with the Omicron variant. I think that's why it's got a lot of positive indications here, because it fights both protein as well as other variants. And they got some announcement here. They're announcing results, which is positive, as you can see here, to fight against COVID-19. And in the result here, healthy adults over 60 years old, they're doing well after getting their vaccine here in the trial. So no unforeseen adverse events. That's also good here. And they got partnerships here with Cefi to expand vaccine agreement to tackle Omicron. That's good here. Solid pipeline as we looked at earlier. That's also great. And I think the stock is overly punished here. At this time, I recommend buying the stock here. Your time frame could be a little longer, but by looking at the history here, this is a great one to buy. Whenever they're down, they always come back up nicely. They got solid pipeline and they can fight better against these various COVID variants, and solid pipeline when it comes to oncology, infectious disease. I think it's a good one to buy. So with that, let's jump in and conclude. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.